Hello everybody, welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to enter a Google Meet for your online tutorials that are starting today on Monday, April 6th. So from the math science side, you're going to have to go to either your math or science shell for your class. Today I'm going to go to my Science 8 master shell, but they'll be on either your math or your science shells to get onto your tutorials. So we're going to click on whatever shell you'd like for your math science tutorials, and you'll usually see this pop up in your announcements. However, because tutorials have not started yet, there's no announcement here, so what you will see eventually is the following announcement. Let me zoom in here so you can read a little better. There we go. So I have this post for what will be our grade 9 tutorials today set to go at 11:55, meaning that you will not be able to see the tutorial name until 5 minutes before it starts, and it is scheduled to end 10 minutes before the session officially ends. That just limits people logging in at 2:59 trying to ask last minute questions. The tutorials end at 3 pretty sharp. So please make sure that you're not waiting to the very last minute to log into your tutorials. What you'll see on these posts is tutorials when they're running from, the times that they're running, and the date. It asks you here to please make sure that you enter the meeting with your mic and your camera turned off. This is just like entering a normal class if things are already going on. We don't want you coming in, making a bunch of noise and distracting everybody else. So come in with your things turned off, and you can slowly turn them on if you think the timing is right and you're not going to be a distraction, or you get permission from the teacher running the meeting. When you're in the meeting, please make sure that you are mainly using the chat to ask questions, or if you want to ask something verbally, if it's a bit of a long question, you can put your hand up on your camera quietly, and the teacher will eventually call on you. Maybe it's going to wave a bit, ask, but please don't be interrupting the teacher as they're teaching. Because like a normal classroom, they might see you, but we're waiting for the good time for you to ask your question. There will also be, at least this week, a second teacher answering questions in chat. So let's say, for example, maybe I am running the tutorial. The teacher, say Miss Crucial, might be in the chat answering your questions there. So there'll be a few teachers to answer your questions. Also, please keep in mind that our meetings will be recorded. So please make sure you're on your absolute best behavior. If you're not okay being recorded, that's okay. You can still be part of our meet with your camera and your sound off. And they're not going to be posted anywhere. We're not going to be putting recordings on here. These are just kind of so we have them for backups. So what you'll see on these posts is all the details and the rules. And you'll have the video that I'm making right now linked here to show you how to actually use these videos. And the last thing here is at the very bottom, you'll have the room nickname to enter. So for this post today, it's going to be called "This is not a real meeting," meaning that this will not be the name you're using to log in. It'll be a different one for a real session. What you're going to do is whatever is posted here, whatever name you decide to use for your meeting, you're going to highlight it, and you're going to copy the nickname. Word for word, every capital for capital, no spaces, with spaces, whatever we decide to do. And from there, you make sure you're copied once again, and you'll open up a new tab on your window. From here, you'll want to go to your Google. Mine's already open here, ready to go. And make sure you're logged into your EDU CBE account. If you're not using your EDU CBE account, you cannot get into our meetings, or we might boot you out and ask you to use your real one. So from here, you go to your top corner. You have this little drop-down menu for your Google Apps in the top right-hand corner. And you'll click on this. And hopefully it'll expand there. There we go. And somewhere on this menu, you will find this Google Meet icon. If you can't find it right away, scroll down. It might be lower in your menu because you haven't used it yet, so it might be there somewhere else. So you'll find your Google Meet, and you can click on that. And you'll be brought to a screen that looks similar to this. What you want to do is you want to join a meeting. So you click the little plus button here, and this is where you're going to paste in the meeting code. Like I said, this is not a real active meeting, so you can't actually use it. Oh, apparently I made a new meeting. Good for me. Actually, a good option for you, though, is what you... Oh, that's me. Hi. So you'll see on my menu here, I have two options. I have this microphone option, so I click this to turn off the microphone. And then I click this to turn off my camera. Bye, everyone. So after you have these selected, you can go and join the meeting, as well as you can see up here if people were in here. You can see if they were actually in the meeting or not. So you could see if me was active, if I was in there, somebody else was in there, and you have lots of options that way. So after you join, you'll be in the meeting. We'll be giving a brief tutorial of the first hour of each meeting. So if you have your meeting at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and noon, and one of those times we'll be giving lots of tutorials on there as well. So any questions, please don't be afraid to ask. But for today, that's how you enter a Google meeting. We look forward to seeing all your smiling faces again in our learning environments.